The Enchanted Garden of Starfall. In the heart of a land where the stars kissed the earth each night, there lay the Enchanted Garden of Starfall. This garden was unlike any other, for its plants and flowers shimmered with stardust, and its air was filled with the soft hum of magic. Every creature in the garden had a role, from the vines that wove protective canopies to the blossoms that whispered wisdom to those who listened. Among the thriving plants, there was a tiny seedling, no taller than a blade of grass. The seedling felt insignificant compared to the towering trees and radiant flowers. What can I possibly do? It often wondered, its voice barely a whisper. The other plants would reassure the seedling, but their words felt hollow. "You'll find your purpose someday," said the wise sunflower sage, but the seedling couldn't imagine ever being as grand as the others. One evening, as the stars began their descent to the garden, a soft glow appeared in the distance. It was the Starbearer, a mystical being who carried the fallen stars to their resting places. The Starbearer, with her flowing silver hair and robe of constellations, radiated kindness and wisdom. "Every being in this garden is a star in their own right," she said, her voice like a melody. "Even the smallest among you holds great potential." The seedling listened, but couldn't believe her words. How could something so small and ordinary ever shine like a star? One day, a shadow fell over the garden. The creatures whispered of a blight spreading from the forgotten woods, a dark place where no light could penetrate. The garden's protective magic was weakening, and the plants began to wither. The sunflower sage gathered the garden's inhabitants. "We must find the heartroot crystal," he said. "It's the source of our strength, and must be restored to save the garden." "But the crystal lies deep in the forgotten woods," murmured the moonvine. "It's too dangerous." "I'll go," said the seedling suddenly, surprising even itself. The others gasped. "You're too small," said the Rose Queen. "How can you possibly succeed?" But the Starbearer stepped forward. "Sometimes the smallest ones carry the greatest light," she said. "Believe in yourself, little one." With the Starbearer's blessing, the seedling set off, accompanied by a firefly named Glow and a timid squirrel named Nutmeg. Together, they ventured into the forgotten woods, where the air was thick with gloom. As they journeyed, the seedling faced many challenges. They crossed a crumbling bridge over a chasm, solved riddles posed by a trickster owl, and navigated a maze of thorny vines. Each time, the seedling doubted itself, but Glow's light and Nutmeg's encouragement helped it press on. Deep within the forgotten woods, the trio encountered whispering shadows, phantoms that fed on fear and self-doubt. The shadows circled the seedling, whispering, "You are too small. You'll never succeed." The seedling trembled, but remembered the Starbearer's words. "I may be small," it said, "but I'm not alone." Glow flared brightly, dispelling some of the shadows, while Nutmeg stood firm, shielding the seedling. Together, they pushed forward, their bond of friendship growing stronger. At last, they reached the heart of the woods, where the heartroot crystal lay guarded by a massive stone golem. The golem rumbled, "Only those who prove their worth may take the crystal." The seedling stepped forward. "I've come to save my garden," it said, its voice steady despite its fear. "I may be small, but I've learned that strength comes from believing in myself and the friends who stand with me." The golem studied the seedling for a long moment before stepping aside. "You have shown great courage and heart. Take the crystal." With the heartroot crystal in hand, the trio hurried back to the enchanted garden. As the crystal was placed in its rightful spot, a wave of light spread across the land. The blight vanished, and the garden's magic was restored. The plants and creatures gathered to celebrate, and the sunflower sage spoke. "The smallest among us has shown the greatest strength. Let this be a reminder that self-worth is not measured by size or appearance, but by the courage to believe in oneself." The seedling, once overlooked and doubted, now stood tall and proud. Its leaves glowed with a soft golden light, a reflection of the heartroot crystal's magic. The star-bearer returned, smiling warmly. You see, even the smallest star can shine brightly. From that day forward, the seedling became a symbol of hope and self-worth in the enchanted garden. And as the stars kissed the earth each night, the seedling's light joined theirs, a beacon of magic and belief for all to see. As seasons passed, the enchanted garden flourished under the seedling's light. The plants and creatures decided to honor the seedling with a grand celebration, the Festival of Stars. On the eve of the festival, the star-bearer announced that the seedling's story would be shared far and wide, inspiring others to find their inner strength. The festival began with a parade of glowing fireflies, and Nutmeg led the procession with Glow by his side. The creatures danced and sang, their joy filling the air. At the center of the garden, the seedling stood tall, its golden light illuminating the festivities. The sunflower sage presented the seedling with a crown made of starlight. "You have shown us that true worth comes from within," he said. "May your light guide us always." One day, the star-bearer approached the seedling with a proposition. "Your light has brought hope to this garden, but there are other places in need of your strength. Will you journey with me to spread your message of self-worth?" The seedling hesitated, but looked at its friends, who nodded encouragingly. "I will go," it said, "to bring light to those who need it most." The seedling bid farewell to the garden, promising to return. With Glow and Nutmeg by its side, it embarked on a new adventure, guided by the star-bearer. Together, they traveled to distant lands, where the seedling's light touched the hearts of many, proving that even the smallest among us can make a world of difference. Years later, the seedling returned to the enchanted garden, now a magnificent tree with branches that reached for the stars. Its journey had inspired countless beings, and its story became a legend passed down through generations. The garden thrived under the tree's watchful gaze, its light a constant reminder of the power of self-worth. And as the stars kissed the earth each night, the Enchanted Garden of Starfall stood as a beacon of hope, magic, and belief for all who sought it.